Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be going through this lovely little bag right here. This is what I would recommend to you if you are just starting, or actually if you're needing some new products from the drugstore. These are some of my most favorites. So without further ado, let's get started. So everything I have on my face today comes out of this little kit right here. The very first thing I put on today was this right here. This is the L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Glotion, and this is in 903. So I actually like to use this as a primer. This is what it looks like with the lid on, as you can tell. I just opened this one and I have another one. I love this stuff. It gives your skin just that extra little glow. I will even use this like just on my face and set it with a powder foundation and do that a lot during the summer. I actually did a video with that a little while back. I'll link it down below, so if you want to check that out, you can. If you don't want to use a glowy primer, like if you have super oily skin, I would recommend the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I used it in some recent videos as well. The two foundations I would recommend using is the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Foundation. It's one of my favorite. It lasts through so much. I did a video using this and actually tested it out in the pool, and it did great. I'll also link that video. And I would also recommend the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Foundation. I wear the color 470 in the L'Oreal and 85N in the Pretty Fresh Foundation. I actually mixed these two together. I did 2 pumps of this and 1 pump of this for the foundation that I have on today. And I have had this on for 5 hours right now. This is a little more dewy and this is a little more matte, but not super matte. For concealers, I'm actually going to recommend 3. So the first one is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Now, if you have oily skin, you'll really like this one. This one is real full coverage, but for me, it can get a little bit too dry under the eyes, but it lasts a really long time. So you kind of have to weigh the options. The second one is the Colourpop Foundation, and this is in the color Light 60N. And the e.l.f. one I use in color Light Beige. This one is a little bit more hydrating. It works really good with any foundation I put it with. To me, it's not a full coverage concealer. It's more like medium, but it works better a little under the eyes to me than the e.l.f. If you have more mature skin, I would definitely choose that one over the e.l.f. one. The last concealer I'm going to recommend is actually a newer concealer to me. It is the Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito Concealer, and that is what it looks like. And I got it in the color Light Medium. It's actually the one I have on today, and I'm going to come a little bit closer. I don't know if you see, but it's settled, see, a little bit right there is all. To me, I think I like it better than the e.l.f. From top to bottom, this is the e.l.f. one. This is the Colourpop one. The Colourpop one's a little closer to my skin tone, but it's still a little bit light enough that I can definitely, brighten up my underneath with it. And then this one is the Wet n Wild one. But I feel like if you get any 3 of those, you'll be happy with them. For bronzers, if you've been watching my channel anytime at all, you know at least what one of them is going to be. Of course, I'm going to recommend the L'Oreal one. I use color 03. I have it all over my face. And also this new one by e.l.f. The more I use it, the more I love it. And it is great. Like, I use it for a little bit of a contour right here. So I actually have both of these on today. And the e.l.f. one is in Forever Sunkissed. Both of these you can't go wrong with. The L'Oreal one is a little bit more pricey, but I mean, look at the size difference. You're getting a good bit. Let's look. The L'Oreal is 0.63 ounces, and it doesn't say, so I'll put it on the screen right here what the e.l.f. one is, so you can compare the difference. The e.l.f. one's 6, this one's right around 14. For blushes today, I do love the e.l.f. blushes. I used them in my last video, but I also wanted to recommend this Maybelline Fit one. That is the color of this one. It is called Rose is the name of it. It's a very like subtle pink. It has just a little bit of a glow in it. It is a beautiful summer color. And I like this formula as well. The e.l.f. formula seems to be a little bit more pigmented than these are. So if you're newer, those may actually be a better match for you because the e.l.f. ones are extremely pigmented. The primer infused ones. But these little duos right here from e.l.f., they have the blush and the highlighter, which is actually the blush and the highlighter I'm using today. Love these. They're only $3. Grab you a couple of them, grab you one, play around with it. You cannot go wrong. Like I said, those are not super pigmented either, but they have enough. You can build it and they last a while. I mean, you can still see it clearly and it's been on for 5 hours. So for highlighter, of course, if you get this, you're good to go. You got your blush and your highlighter. But if you're wanting a different highlighter, get the one from e.l.f. Do yourself a favor and just get this one. It's $6 just like the bronzer. It's called Topaz Glow. It's just the bomb. It's the greatest. So for powders, the one I use the most to set my under eyes is this one right here. I can't see. By Wet n Wild. It's called a bronzer, but it is not a bronzer. It's called Reserve Your Cabana. It has the slightest bit of like shimmer in it. I don't know if you can see it in the screen. It's just my favorite for underneath my eyes, and I think this is only like $4 for this super big thing. It's a little bit hard to find. I typically order mine off of Ulta, but you'll love it. And you can use it on your whole face. I just prefer it under my eyes. So for my whole face, if I had to pick, I would pick one of these two. So it's the Halo Glow setting powder, of course, and then the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. This one's going to actually give you a little bit more coverage. So like if you're using something like this and you set it with this, it's going to be a great light medium coverage, which I think is perfect for summer. But the color I use is 25 medium in the Maybelline Fit. I just tap some in the cap right here, swirl my brush around, and then just put it all over my face. I wouldn't recommend setting under your eyes with this because it's going to darken it up. Definitely use either a translucent one like this or something like this. I wouldn't add any color under your eyes. For eyeshadows, I would recommend two things, especially for somebody starting out. Get you some of the bite-sized ones, of course. And if you're going to get a lot of stuff from e.l.f., go to their website. A lot of times they're running specials on all kinds of stuff. I got these top two right here. I got them for like $1.70 a piece is all. And if you spend, I think it's either $25 or $35, which you can pretty much get you a full face of makeup at that point from e.l.f. And they're really good. They're really easy to work with. I would say they're about a medium pigment as far as eyeshadows are concerned, but that is my favorite kind because it's buildable. It's got enough pigment you can see it, but it's not so pigmented that if you're new and starting out that you've got to work to try to make it blend out, or you get too much and then you get frustrated. So definitely love these. And what I have on my eyes today is actually, look how bad this looks. Can you tell I've used it a lot? This is Colourpop. Colourpop is one of my favorite. It and e.l.f. are probably my two favorite drugstore foundations. But this is their Going Coconuts palette, and that is what it looks like. And I have this color right here. I got it all over this right here, and I put this color on this half, and then I topped it with this in the inner corner, and I topped it with this on this outer piece, and then I deepened it up a little bit with that color right there. Colourpop is one of those brands where their eyeshadow formulas are consistent across the board. Pretty much every eyeshadow palette I have from them is always the same. I can always use them and know what I'm getting myself into no matter how many palettes I have from them. So for eyebrows, I use the e.l.f. brow pencil. It's only $2. That's what I put in my brows today. I don't know what I did with it, but I also like this one from Essence. It's the Super Lash 24-hour waterproof one. It is, as far as this, is a little bit smaller than the e.l.f. one, but the e.l.f. one's a little bit creamier than this one. But this one's also waterproof. The e.l.f. one is not. So for mascara, this is the best. The Essence Volume Stylist 18-hour Lash Extension Mascara. It's what I have on. I want to say it's $4.99 or $3.99. It'll change your life, I'm telling you. I have to tell you, this does have fibers in it, so it's kind of almost like a waterproof mascara in a sense. So if you don't like waterproof mascara, you won't like this, but if you don't mind waterproof and you like something to really hold, you'll love it. Plus, it's only $3.99. It's definitely worth a try. For eyeliners, my favorite eyeliner is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Retractable Eyeliner. And that is what they look like. This is in the color brown, which I used it a little bit on my outer corner today. But I tested this in that waterproof video as well. No, I didn't. I used the L'Oreal in that one. But I like these better than that because they're smaller. The L'Oreal one you have to sharpen, and this one doesn't. But that is what it looks like right there. It's just a deep, rich brown. I love it. Last but not least is our lips. So lip liners, this one right here is from, it's the NYX Professional Makeup line. It's what I had on my lips. It did wear off. I'll put some more back on. Any lip liners from NYX, either these or their retractable one, are really good. You really can't go wrong with any of them. They have a lot of colors. They're creamy, and I just sharpened this one, and they sharpen really easily. And then I'm just going to fill in, like where my nose is, that portion of it, right up to it, just like that. Okay, and then, oh, this is the color Sandstorm. I like their lipstick that goes with this, but it's not in my top 2 from the drugstore. The color is one of my top, but the formula is not. So my top 2 from the drugstore is going to be the Wet n Wild. This color is Rebel Rose. I use this color a lot in bridal. I'm running out of space on my hands to swatch. So that is that color. It's a really pretty cool tone mauve color. Other favorite formula, this one to me lasts the best out of anything from the drugstore. If you need something to put on your lips and know it's going to stay there and not come off, get one of these Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. It does dry your lips out a little bit, so I wouldn't recommend wearing them every single day, but they're going to stay. Like, ain't nobody's business. So the colors I have are Seductress and Lover. This color right here is Seductress, and Lover. I wore this a few videos ago, but this one is a beautiful nude color as well. So last but not least is the lip gloss. So if you haven't got one of these Milani Keep It Full lip glosses yet, you need to. Like, you'll love it. It warms your lips a little bit, but it's not super intense. Like the ones from e.l.f., them jokers are intense. Sometimes I have to wipe them off. But these Milani ones aren't like that. Or this by Essence, they're not like that either. So this right here is what the Essence one looks like. See, it's just a little bit of shimmer in it. It's not glittery. You can't feel it on your lips. It's just got a good amount of shimmer in it. It's beautiful to just put on your lips in their natural color if you're just wanting to kind of highlight them, or just put it over any lipstick if you want to give them a little bit of shine. It has plumping in it too, but I really can't tell the difference. I can feel a little bit, but I can't really tell the difference. The Milani one, this color is called Natural Luster, and if you can see, I'm like scraping the side. I have another one, but it's in my purse. These by Milani are my absolute favorite. And I did this combo right here with just lip line. Sometimes I'll do it with like a mauve color, but with a brown lip pencil is my favorite. I have several colors of these. The Natural Luster, the gold one, and the champagne one, I would say are my top 3, but they're pretty close to the same thing, like same look they give. I have a light pink one, but I don't use it as much because I feel like it's too light for my lips. Oh, and if you were wondering what my little makeup bag is, I'll put a picture of it right here of what the whole setup got. It is the Alley Glines makeup bag. I got it because I do people's makeup all the time, and it comes with like one this size and then 2 smaller ones in the ones I got. They are a little bit pricey. I think it was like $70-something for all 3 of them, but I needed a makeup bag that was bigger and had compartments like that. But I love it. They're holding up really well. So if you want a super nice piece, I would definitely recommend these. Or these right here from Amazon. This is a good little makeup bag. I have it as well. They're definitely cheaper. I travel with this one a lot because I know like if I put it in my check-on suitcase, it's gonna hold up. I haven't traveled with Alley's yet, so I can't say how they'll hold up that ways, but lugging them back and forth to venues and all that kind of stuff, they've really done a great job. So I love them, and it may be something you would like to try. You know what? I've already had this on for 5 hours. I'll do a wear test for you because we're going out tonight. So I have had this makeup on now for 8 hours. I wasn't sure if I'd remember to do another one later tonight. So I just want to let y'all see, this is what this makeup looks like after 8 hours. And I'm not touching anything up. And we are fixing to go out with some friends and celebrate one of their birthdays. So, I mean, as you can tell, I'll put on a little bit more lip gloss. But, I mean, you always have to replace lip gloss. But this is that makeup after 8 hours. And this is why I love it. Well, good morning, everybody. I went out with my friends last night to celebrate one of their birthdays and got very sick from eating some homemade chips. So when I got home, I just took medicine and crashed in the bed and didn't even realize I didn't take my makeup off. So this is what the makeup looks like 23 hours later. My mascara isn't all under my eyes. My concealer's still there. You can still see a little bit of the blush. So if you ever had to wear it this long, this is what it would look like. Plus, it's been slept on, as this is my bedhead. Alright guys, so that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and watching me. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you hadn't yet subscribed to this video, go ahead and press that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And have a great one. Bye!